US Supreme Court deliberates on Trump's controversial bid to redefine birthright citizenship in a pivotal courtroom confrontation that could redefine the contours of American citizenship. The United States Supreme Court convened on Thursday to deliberate on President Donald Trump's controversial executive order aiming to restrict birthright citizenship. This order, issued on January 20, Trump's first day back in office, has ignited a constitutional storm with lower courts blocking its nationwide implementation and legal analysts warning of profound humanitarian and legal consequences. The executive order directs federal agencies to deny U.S. citizenship to children born on American soil unless at least one parent is either a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident. This directive challenges the well established interpretation of the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which affirms citizenship of all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. At the heart of the case are lawsuits filed by Democratic attorneys general from 22 states, as well as individual immigrant plaintiffs and civil rights advocates. They argue that Trump's order is a blatant violation of constitutional principles and would render over 150,000 children stateless each year. Federal judges in Maryland, Washington, and Massachusetts have already issued nationwide injunctions blocking the order. The administration, represented by U.S. Solicitor General D. John Sauer, is urging the court not only to uphold the executive directive but also to curtail the scope of universal injunction. Court orders that apply nationwide. Sauer criticized the proliferation of such injunctions as a pathology of modern judicial overreach and argued that federal judges should not have the authority to halve federal policies on a national scale. The case underscores a deeper constitutional dilemma involving the separation of powers. Trump's order, if upheld, would upend over a century of jurisprudence tied to the landmark 1980 patch. The case underscores a deeper constitutional dilemma involving the separation of powers. Trump's order, if upheld, would upend over a century of jurisprudence tied to the landmark 1898 decision in United States, v. Wong Kim Ark, which affirmed that US-born child of non-citizen parents are entitled to citizenship. It would also challenge the precedent set by the 14th Amendment, which was ratified in 1868 to grant citizenship to former slaves and their descendants. The Supreme Court's eventual ruling will have historic implications not only for the fate of Trump's executive order, but also for the broader questions of judicial authority, executive power, and the permanence of constitutional protection. As the justices deliberate, millions await clarity on whether American birthright citizenship, a bedrock principle of the nation, will remain in